Hi there and welcome to the Shoe Runner Drawing channel on YouTube, and it's Illustration Friday and the subject has been crooked, and I thought I would draw a $9 note. Anyone else want to draw a $9 note? Let's not talk about it. Let's do it. Okay, I'm doing a little bit of experimentation today for Illustration Friday, and I'm doing this on Fridays at the moment. They're kind of, I want to show you my kind of thought processes. Well, I'm not really on this one. I'm just going straight into this. And, actually, you can see here, I've done a kind of a very rough idea. I just feel ready to go ahead and do it, really. This week's subject on Illustration Friday is crooked, and I've been thinking about that, and obviously, you know, the most obvious thing is to do something that's kind of bent and crooked and gnarled or something, but then I thought I always want to be slightly different, I think. So I don't know, maybe everyone else is thinking the same way. So I thought, you know, think like a crook, and a crook would of course go and do counterfeit money, and so of course I can't really go and do counterfeit money, but I thought it'd be amusing if I did a $9 bill. So I'm going to do federally reserved, like that, and then we're going to have a big picture of George Washington here, and then we'll do something like that. I'm going to go $9, like that. And kind of making it up as I go. Well, I mean, obviously it's kind of loosely based on a $1 bill, but which I don't use every day, living in the UK. But I just kind of Googled it, and I don't know. I think we all have kind of an idea of what a $1 bill looks like, I think, maybe. Concentrating. And then we're going to need something like that. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, just for a change, I've been doing a bit of work for Derwent, the pencil people, just recently. It's kind of a competition coming up for schools based on my... I've done a kind of drawing step-by-step thing for them, and that'll be coming out to schools quite soon, and I'll do a video to go with it. And they kind of made me go back and have a look at watercolour pencils, which I haven't used really for a long time. I just kind of use watercolour pencils for just because they're really soft, I think, and so I kind of use them just dry on top of watercolour drawings, just to kind of add little extra bits, and then sometimes I might kind of wet them and you know, brush them in a bit, but I just use them for little tweaking final details, you know, very small kind of details. And so I just kind of went and looked at them in a completely different way, and, you know, how was that? Because they asked me to do, hang on, I have to concentrate. They asked me to do a step-by-step thing for, see, I'm having to concentrate. I'm going to do this quickly. So, where was I? Yeah. They asked me to do this step-by-step project, how to draw, it's kind of a pumpkin thing for Halloween. Anyway, you'll see it later. And they wanted me to do it specifically in watercolour crayons. And so I was playing around, and I came up with a completely different technique, which seemed easy to teach to younger kids, which it's for. Because, you know, a lot of the times you see watercolour technique, you know, watercolour crayon pencil technique being shown, then, you know, you really need to be quite adept at watercolour already to know what to do with it. So So I wanted to do kind of an easy way, and I came up with this really interesting, well, I think it's new, I don't know, I'm sure other people have done it in a similar kind of way. And I'll do a little bit on here because it's kind of apposite. Is that the right word? Apposite. Should I Google that? Apt in the circumstances. Yeah, there we go. Apposite. I've forgotten what was apposite. Anyway, so yes, the style that I'm doing here, I think is kind of apposite to the kind of banknote feel. And so we're going to put $9. And I think what would be really hilarious is maybe I should put this onto eBay, shouldn't I? See who wants to buy a $9 note. See how much it fetches. That would be quite funny. I'd probably get, arrested by the Federal Reserve or something, or the Federally Reserved. Anyway. So I shall do that. I shall put this onto, what's it called? eBay. Yeah, it's very hard drawing and talking and telling you what's going on at the same time. So what am I doing here? So I'm just making him look a bit, cheesy. Good old George. Of course, being British, of course, I shouldn't be going good old George, really, should I? Because he whipped us. And drove us out of America. But I think we've moved on now. No, I'm going to do that. Today is the 25th of September 2012, and I'll sign it like that. Okay, so here I've got my watercolour set, and I went with kind of greens and probably grey as well. So this is kind of the technique that I discovered, was to just use lines like that. And then when you wash in over it, you get this kind of tonal wash comes in, because you're washing in the watercolor part of the crayon, but you get the texture left from the stripe. Does that make sense? Now this one here, I just kind of did a loose sort of scrawl all over it, just to get a covering of green, and then just brush that in like that. And again here, just putting that in is kind of like a stamp over the thing. That's kind of the idea of that. And here I'm going to put some extra going that way as a kind of a shadow, which just kind of deposits more in that area, deposits more colour in that area when you shade it, when you kind of wash it in like that. Just adding a little bit of kind of colour and texture in these kind of shaded areas like that. Then I think I'm going to do these. This is a darker, it's called mineral green, this. I'm just playing around with it and seeing what happens, really. Here I'm literally just very lightly scribbling that in, and then I think that will just fade in on there. That's good. I feel I should do something similar around the outside. If anybody's wondering, then that you can see I'm doing that. I'm using my finger as a stop there, which I suppose is, again, just years of practice. Talking of years of practice and things, I know I had somebody email me this week about, they feel they're just starting out and everybody seems so much better than them and practice and things like that, and what do I do? And made me realise I haven't really done any of my kind of motivation talks for a while. Maybe I should. If you think I should do more motivation talks, then make your interest known in the comments box below. I want that darker green in there, got the wrong one, there we go. So maybe I'll put a bit extra down there as a kind of shadow. And I'm going to sharpen up this pencil. And just for some kind of extra kind of texture to it, I'm going to try doing these little wiggly lines. You know how banknotes have all those kind of wiggly lines all over them, don't they? And again, I'm just going to kind of lightly wash over those, and you can kind of just don't wash over those areas that you want to keep white. Like there. I'm thinking maybe I should have a bit of kind of curly hair texture in there. Crayon never goes on quite the same when it's been wetted somehow. There's some blue-grey here. I'm thinking I might just put some kind of shading in here. There we go. There's a really long one for me. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, go and see how much it's going to make on eBay. And if you win it, good luck. Well, if you enjoyed that, I'd like you to go over to www.shoerainer.com and sign up for my newsletter, where you'll be kept informed of all the different things I'm doing, all my different projects. In the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.